Dobro Jutro, Divine Pisces 222. It is Thursday, March 19th. March 19th, 2020. I'm doing an energy check-in for the Twin Flames today. Again, just a quick reminder, my in-depth readings are on sale until the end of Pisces season. There's no coupon required. They're just on sale. So take advantage of that while you can. Also, I have a link to the information for the 411 event that Jupiter 1111 is hosting. I'm going to be there. Wicked Virgo's going to be there. Divine Unisoul is going to be there. Soul Mission's going to be a lot of people are going to be there. It's going to be really great. So definitely check that out. Really, really excited. And also a reminder to check out the forum, guys. Still some really great conversations. I'm really, really happy with how quickly you guys pretty much started engaging on that, and it's pretty cool. So definitely check that out, divinepisces222.com/forum. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get this started. So first of all, I really feel like some of you are embracing yourself a lot more right now. I know there was a lot of insecurities, I do feel, that were surfacing definitely at the beginning of the year. I feel like a lot of that has cleared for the most part. Some of us are still dealing with some insecurities, but I feel like a lot of you are embracing yourself now. I'm like really embracing yourself for who you are, and that's the whole point. Like understanding this journey and how it works, and really appreciating the journey itself and where it's gotten you and where you are now. And I know I talked about the disassociated subpersonalities and my theory on what inner union actually means, and the merging of the disassociated subpersonalities and forgiveness, forgiving yourself and accepting yourself as you are. And I feel like a lot of you are really doing that. So inner union definitely in the works right now. And I know that we've been talking about union energies also, and we've kind of been in that kind of like in that mode for a while, like the union energies. And I know some of you are coming into physical union, some of you are still working on inner union, some of you are coming into 5D union now. So union has different meanings for, for different sets of twins, so take it as it resonates. But I do feel that a lot of you are at the point where you're understanding 100% what this journey actually means and what it means to be a twin flame, and that the whole idea of it is self-love. Okay, sure, love for your counterpart, but your counterpart is there to teach you how to love yourself, right? Teaching you how to love yourself, because you can't love anyone else unless you love yourself, right? Love your neighbor as you love thyself. Well, if you don't love yourself, you're going to treat your neighbor like crap. Okay, so the whole idea of a twin flame, the whole purpose of a twin flame is to wake you up into self-love and help you to step into mission so that you can help others learn about self-love as well, okay? I mean, just it sounds like super hippie and whatnot, but just imagine how much better this world would be if we all actually loved ourselves first and treated others as we would treat ourselves. Imagine how much better this world would be if that was the case, right? And there's a difference between having self-love and being selfish, right? And once you understand that difference, it's a lot easier. So don't let anybody ever guilt you into not loving yourself, making you feel like you're being selfish, because there's a complete difference, okay? You know when you're in self-love, and you know when you're being selfish, right? You know when you're selling out. And some of you have been doing this for a while. Some of you have been dimming yourself because others have been making you feel guilty for taking care of yourself first. Okay? This happened in my karmic situation, and to be fair, my karmic partner probably didn't fully understand where I was coming from, and it's hard to explain that sort of thing, right? But having love for yourself is not being selfish. You can't love someone else unless you love yourself. You just can't. You just can't. Okay? So remember that. But yeah, you guys are getting help from above. This is being guided. This is being protected, okay? A lot of you are reaching out to your spirit teams now. A lot of you are trying to take the advice. A lot of you are like, okay, give me a sign, that sort of thing. Still got this stupid cough. And a lot of you, especially Divine Feminine right now, do you feel a lot of Divine Feminines and some awakened Divine Masculines? I mean, the roles can switch, okay? So take it as it resonates, all right? But mainly whoever is watching here, for the most part, a lot of you have disconnected, or at least, you know, pulled away energetically. You can never fully disconnect from your twin. You just can't. The energy is always there. You're the same soul in two different bodies. The energy is always going to be there, okay? But I do feel that a lot of you have pulled away energetically, finally made that decision to say, you know what? I am loving myself, right? I am self-sabotaging right now by holding on to this connection when there's no movement, okay? And that's what you were supposed to do. You had to get to this point. You had to get to this point, right? Because a lot of you were in situations where you were sending energy, sending, and you were being drained. Your counterpart was draining your energy to use in their karmic situation. And they're like, oh, yay, free energy. Now I'm super comfortable where I'm at. I can stay in this codependent situation, right? You know? And then you were like, you know what? Nah. I'm going to focus on myself right now. Right? And that is that. All right, let's take a look at Divine Masculine. Yeah, it's Divine Masculines wanting to get out of their heads. But there's so much... There's so many... so much guard... Like, how do you say this? So many boundaries up right now with Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine is like, you know, doesn't really want to deal with anything. Surprise. But at the same time, it's like... Those of you who have disconnected from your Divine Masculine is noticing this. They're noticing that there's something missing. They may not know what it is. Some of them who are spiritually in tune, some of them are, they just don't admit it to themselves, so they won't admit it to you. But some of them, they understand what you're doing, that you have completely pulled away, and it's freaking them out, all right? And some of them are very, very triggered for movement. Some of them are wanting to move forward towards Divine Feminine. Some are wanting to move away from the karmic situation. Some of them are physically moving, okay? Some of them just want to, you know, come in real quick and then leave again. So hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold, right? Some of them want to come in and just be like, are you still actually here? Right? So keep that in mind. But Divine Masculine is triggered towards movement. Now, some of them are legit actually asking for help from the universe or their spirit team, asking for signs, maybe actually literally praying because they don't know what to do, right? Because there's so much regret and sorrow and guilt around them right now. Like, Divine Masculine is completely, this particular collective that I'm picking up on here, very, very, they feel very guilty. They feel guilty. They feel guilty for a lot of reasons. Okay, it's not one particular reason. They're just feeling overwhelming guilt for the way they've behaved, for the way they've acted, for the things that they've said, maybe for the past transgressions that they've done against other people. They're feeling the effects here, and this is karma. This is coming up to be cleared for a reason. But Divine Masculine needs to learn to forgive himself. Right? Divine Masculine needs to learn to forgive himself before he can be fulfilled. Okay? Because he's not fulfilled and he knows that. So, Divine Masculine feeling the effects right now, guys. Divine Masculine is feeling the effects of karma. And if you've pulled away, he's feeling the effects of that. You're no longer getting that unlimited energy that Divine Feminine's been sending to him. And look, we've got the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups. So some Divine Masculines, again, are awakened to this connection. They understand what twin flame means. They understand who you are, Divine Feminine, and they get it. Okay? And they're, again, noticing that maybe you have pulled back on your energy and it's freaking them out a little bit. Okay? I do feel a little bit of denial. A little bit of denial still coming in, but for the most part, Divine Masculine knows exactly what this connection is, okay? And now that you've pulled away the energy, Divine Feminine, they're recognizing it. Does that make sense? Now, some of them, excuse me, some of them are in soulmate connections, and some of them are having to make a choice here, okay? But some of them still have some past life karma, a karmic contract with a karmic situation that they're dealing with that they still have to learn, that they're still not fully completed yet, right? So they're not walking away quite yet. They want to, they're triggered to, right? But there's still some sort of lesson here that needs to be learned. There's something that needs to be healed here. And this could be a karmic partner, could be a boss, could be a family member, could be a mother, father, whatever. Right? But I'm picking up on a person specifically. Okay? So, for example, if maybe they have some sort of karmic contract with a parent, there's something that still needs to be learned and healed here. There's still some forgiveness that needs to come in here, okay? And it could be what part of this guilt that's coming in. Some of them are feeling like, you know, maybe, okay, just as an example, let's just take the parent example. Okay, so maybe their entire lives they felt like they could never ever be good enough for this particular parent. It's never good enough for this parent. No matter what they do, they're always disappointed in them, right? And so this guilt kind of comes up here. And so, you know, it's like a cycle. They keep feeling like no matter what they do, they're going to disappoint this person. And it keeps them stuck. It keeps them stuck in this cycle over and over and over again. So there's something here that still needs to be learned, okay? And this, believe it or not, you pulling away, Divine Feminine, if that's what you have done, this is helping Divine Masculine to do that, okay? But yeah, just not walking away yet. Can't walk away yet, or at least they feel like they can't walk away yet because there's something unresolved here, right? You know, but they are strategizing their next move. A lot of them have been thinking about this for a while. A lot of them are manifesting their way out of these cycles. A lot of them daydream. They're thinking, oh my God, you know, I don't want to be here, so I'm just going to be in my head for a hot minute, right? I'm going to manifest my future. I'm going to manifest something other than where I am right now. And you know, some of them may not even know that they're manifesting, you know, they're just thinking about things, but in reality, they're actually putting it out there in the universe, okay? And so eventually, Source, the universe, will guide them where they need to go in order to fulfill that, right? It just takes time. And, you know, if you don't pay attention, you don't make the movement when you're supposed to make the movement, it could take a little bit longer, you know, until eventually you get the sign, you get the hint, and you move, right? All right. Let's take a look at Divine Feminine. Yeah. Excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. Well, Divine Feminine has options. You know, Divine Feminine is, you know, done feeling overburdened. Divine Feminine is taking a leap of faith here. Yep. And this has kind of been the energy for a while. Divine Feminine knows she has options. Divine Feminine's like, you know what? I see doors opening everywhere, right? I see doors opening everywhere, so I'm going to move forward, right? I'm not going to let this, whatever this is that's triggering me, hold me back, right? I'm going to move forward regardless. I'm going to move through this door, right? I'm going to weigh my options, right? I'm going to look at the bigger picture here. Because wherever these options are leading you, wherever this leap of faith is leading you, it's leading you there for a reason, okay? It's leading you there for a reason, all right? A lot of you are kind of coming into, again, I said inner union earlier in the reading. Yes. A lot of you are understanding what inner union means and are balancing that out and are trying to master that and trying to get into the point where you know when you're in your masculine energy, you know when you're in your feminine energy, and you know when to use either. Does that make sense? So, like, you know when to use your masculine, you know when to use your feminine, But for the most part, you're in balance. All right? You're in that equal ground. Okay, and that's what you're supposed to do. That's what inner union means. Some of you are overcoming some towers right now. Some of you are hitting repeated towers, though. And some of you aren't really quite sure why. Okay? And I feel like there's just something that you're refusing to see maybe with this tower, and you're not really quite sure how to move forward with it. So that could be why you're reaching out to Source, right? You're trying to reach out and say, okay, so I'm here, and I get that this is a tower. I get that I'm triggered, but I don't know why. Can you show me what I'm missing? Okay, and that's what you're supposed to do. So just make sure you're paying attention to the signs, because Source will show you. You will get the answer eventually. Just sometimes you have to play connect the dots to get the answer, right? Sometimes it comes in an epiphany. Sometimes you just get it. And sometimes it's like one thing leads to another, leads to another, leads to another. And you're like, oh, okay, I get it now, right? Because there's something here. Though Divine Feminine knows she has options. Divine Feminine knows she wants to move forward. I do feel that some of you, there's something you're refusing to see that's keeping you from actually moving forward with what you want, with your passionate new beginning. There's something that's still kind of holding you back. There's something that you haven't quite cut yet. I feel like maybe there's a karmic cord that hasn't been quite cut yet, maybe for Divine Feminine. Maybe Divine Feminine is energetically, emotionally, mentally disconnected from a situation, but physically still hasn't quite gotten out. Okay? Now, I know some of you, we're talking about the coronavirus, and some of you literally cannot go anywhere. Got that. And that just may be part of your test. Okay, so keep that in mind. We're always being tested. Our faith is always being tested. Okay? So if you're in that situation and that's what's preventing you from starting that new beginning, well, energetically, emotionally, have you disconnected? All right, great. But if there's something that you want to work on, start doing that. Okay? Maybe even just start planning, like strategizing what you're going to do when you are able to, move freely about. Okay? So maybe this is an opportunity for you that the universe is giving you to plan your next move, right? So I always say, look on the bright side of things. Like, I look at everything really as an opportunity. So if something bad happens, quote unquote, something catastrophic happens, quote unquote, yeah, there's always going to be some sort of regret or downfall or ill feelings with it. But if you look at the fact that, well, maybe it's an opportunity. Like if you lose your job, maybe that job wasn't for you anyway. Maybe it's going to lead you to something better. Does that make sense? Sure, you're sorry that you lost your job because it sucks. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to find something better down the line. And then you can use the lessons that you learned at that last job at the current job. Right? Make sense? Right? So yeah, Divine Feminine, there's something here that's preventing you from moving forward just quite yet. But keep working on it. Keep asking Source for help because it'll help you. All right, let's take a look at the connections. My God. This is going to be a really long reading today. My God. You know what? We're going to try that again because I'm not really quite sure. That was supposed to come out. All right. There we go. More. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. Some of you do have boundaries up, but some of you are also dealing with transformation here. And a lot of you are still trying to figure out what the truth is and what illusion is, okay, at this point. Right? So maybe the illusion is that you're happy in your situation. Maybe that's the illusion. Maybe that's the mask that you wear, that you're super, super happy in the situation when you know that you're not. And you're doing that for someone else's sake. Or you're doing that because you're worried about what other people think of you. Okay? And that being said, Both twins are triggered. Mirroring, right? Both are wanting a new beginning, right? A new beginning, wanting to move forward, to get out of this codependency, right? To heal this codependent cycle, to heal this karmic situation so that they can move forward, right? As I mean, I do feel some of you are still fairly emotionally unstable at this point. Some of you aren't really quite sure how to handle your emotions, but I do feel that you're recognizing that and you're trying to move forward, okay? Some of you are feeling somewhat defeated, but you need to get out of that mindset. And this, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of swords here. So I feel like there's just something that you guys are refusing to see. And this is feminine and masculine, okay? Because this is connecting energies. So yeah, there's something that you're refusing to see that's making you feel defeated, making you feel stuck, making you feel stuck when you're not. Okay, but keep in mind, this is a time of transformation. A lot of you are going through transitions. You're still going through awakenings, ascensions, stuff like that. And it can be incredibly exhausting. I don't know how many ascensions I've been through, but I've been through quite a bit. And each one, it's like it can be incredibly exhausting because it's like you're constantly getting information. You don't feel connected to the 3D at all. You're like just fully connected to the 5D, and that can be incredibly disorienting, and sometimes you even forget to pay bills. It happens, right? So just take it as it comes, guys. Try not to beat yourselves up. Just take it one day at a time. Just go with the flow. Just go with the flow, right? Try not to worry. When you worry about something, that's when you manifest it. Stop worrying. Just go with the flow. Take it one day at a time, okay? All right, messages from the counterparts. Sexual energy is back. All right. Messages and advice from source. That was interesting. There it is. Yeah, okay. So this keeps coming up because I feel like this is... Some of you still aren't getting this. You need to release it, guys. Work through your fears, okay? Some of you are letting fear hold you back so bad. You're letting it keep you from doing what you need to do. Like you're literally holding yourself back because of what other people think. You know, I think I touched on, didn't I? I touched on like karma with parents and stuff like that. Some of you are literally holding yourself back because of what a parent thinks of you. Don't do that, okay? But a new start is coming regardless. I mean, some of you are manifesting this. Some of you are working on this. Some of you are seeing this now. A new start is coming. This could be with your counterpart, with a karmic cycle, whatever. With yourself, okay? With a new job opportunity, something. All right, so a new start is coming because cycles are ending. And you can't have a beginning until you have an ending, right? Yay! All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. If this has helped, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.